Nobody has given me a haircut like me doing it myself has given me a haircut. Yup. Tore the carpet out of my van. Had a few arguments with people online. The freaking delay bots. Yeah. Sent a lot of packages back. Sent a lot of postcards yesterday. I do like doing that where I just kind of sit here and churn out postcards to people I want to talk to. And then I don't put a return address and then I deliver them. So far, the ones I've put to me have gotten to me. Kid Shadow unbanned me. He has a new platform and he looks horrible now. He and I had gotten in a fight over circumcision. He wanted to cut his kids and I told him he's stupid. Because in my early 30s, and I'm older than he is by a lot, in my early 30s, I hadn't realized circumcision was a problem yet. It got reflected to me by Echo. This kid who lives in a bus, he's basically like a god. Is around him were women who were cutters. They thought the solution for every boy was to deboy them. And I noticed it and I brought it up. He's like, yeah, that's circumcision. And I was like, what? And it blew my mind. Basically, yeah, my people are liars. The American people. The government is a liar. And they cut the boys. So, can you imagine there's that disparity between the rich and the poor, that the poor get cut? Yeah. The human version of rich and poor is the rich get it all and the poor give it all. It is true that the poor have to give everything they have, their life, their body, their time, their kids, everything they have, so the rich can have a party. And the rich are just not Elon Musk. It's not Warren Buffett. Those are like head slaves. The real rich is like a different race. It's like a whole different a class of being that doesn't talk to us. They don't bother telling us who they are. They don't care if we know who they are. And that shocked me. So it was like they have these things like, oh yeah, Independence Day. Oh yeah, God gave you salvation. All those things are lies. The book that was freeing you was enslaving you. And the country that came from your freedom and independence was a slaver who gave you no freedom or independence. So it's a problem. I don't see a way that I can live normally. I don't see a way that I can just accept things the way they are, right? It's going to be a toxic issue forever, pretty much. Until they go down. Which I'm intent on doing. I've given out enough of these. I've hit the biggest. I basically drove around on a scooter looking for the biggest groups of people, and I threw this stamped with this information. If even one person believes me, it's a changed earth. I bury that with magnets so people will find it. Now I have QR codes that go to that. I'm not giving up till the government gets busted. So, you know why diamonds and gold are so valuable? It's so a private group of people wins. You know, when you buy gold or diamonds, it immediately depreciates in value. So what the vendor does is it controls the whole supply. And then the vendor leaks it out at high price. And the money's only valuable if literally no one else has any. Money works because you don't have any. And so money becomes a slave hoax. If you want to eat and pay rent, you have to work all the time. And they don't make it efficient. It's not like you work in the best place for you to work. You work in competition to others doing menial slave stuff. You know, I'm deeply against the way it is, just because it seems rigged. There's no way you went from killing the natives to eating cows to enslaving black people, and now all of a sudden you're done with all the hoaxes. The Son of God is about baby dick cutting. Who does that? Where do they live, and why do they do that? Those answers really put to rest this idea that America is a free, independent country. It makes it seem like you're a slave hoax. And the only people who say I'm crazy are losers. There's people who had a delusion that they had a nice life and they hadn't realized they don't yet. They think they're winners just because the winners hide what they look like. So I was able to draw the winners out by basically boasting about my art skills. They went out of their way to tell me about themselves to kind of put, because they have huge egos. The government's whole angle is they do it to attract girls. So they want to have the best bodies. They want to have the most money. The only way a girl will like you is if you're literally the best guy available. And so they rigged that game early so they could date all the time, have as much sex as they want. And everyone else has to do the work to provide for that. And it's just such a shitty, unfair system. It's a completely shitty, unfair system. The ruling class who gets the most benefit literally doesn't do any of the supplying, supporting activities that we need. None of the plumbing, none of the mining, none of the labor. You know, it's like, why does the government ask us to be positive? Why do all these people ask us to be positive? It's because they're extremely negative. They only take, they hate. They do hate. They hate the poor. They hate life. They hate the creator. The people who said, there's this great line in the Bhagavad Gita, God makes a fool out of everyone. And it's just kind of like this, and that was the line around when they talk about circumcision. God makes a fool out of everyone. God is a human pedophile. The idea that they're talking for the creator of the universe was always made up. It's not true. Why would somebody who can speak and make objects need you to talk for them? But the animals all eat each other with tricks. Spider webs, fish hooks, anglerfish. Clearly you can exist here preying on others. So just because you're the bad guy, you could be the bad, you generations of bad guys. It's like where I peg the real world elite is that they are predators who have evolved to be that way. They're predators who have anchored in and are like a bloodline, a using bloodline. It's not Elon Musk. It's like a super pedo, somebody who cuts off baby dicks and wants to have sex all day with like cute young virgin girls. Like the people we think of pedos in the church are gay because they're not allowed to talk to women because God says. And the real government encourages sex crimes on boys to confuse them, like how people were giving Alex Jones problems for saying they're putting chemicals in the water to make the frogs gay. But he knew it. He's like, okay, if you would lie about God to circumcise, you would certainly poison everyone to become gay or put like hormone or attraction blockers. So yeah, it's a bad time to be us. Yeah. The real power is yet unidentified and yet unspoken of. And they do lots of malicious stuff to us. You know how cows in cages for slaughter do not get introduced to who they are. Nobody goes to a slaughter chicken and goes, hey chicken, we are, I'm a farmer and I'm going to eat you. Maybe sometimes, like how I heard about it. But most of the time it's like, shh, just don't say shit. Just let them, just keep eating. Just keep eating. It's like, why do people find like anorexics with acne attractive? Because she's not going to get fucking abducted. If you're too skinny and your skin is poor, nobody's going to abduct you. You know what I mean? So it's like, they call it like a beauty mark, which is like you have like a mole or a weird feature. Why? It's because you're dateable. It's because nobody else is going to pick you up. You're not too perfect. So yeah, that's how greedy the government is. They cut all the boys and they breed their own girls. Allegedly, like the pyramid people, when they were busy digging those huge networks and stuff, which Asia had called out early. There was an underground to the pyramids that basically the Egyptians had went underground. These are people who think they're gods. I am a god. I get it all. You could do all the work for me. And that to them is a fair deal. It's like a chimp warlord. The chimp warlord has bananas piled as high as the ceiling behind him, and he goes, "Your banana, I need it. I need the last banana you have. Because it's my banana." Right? And that's who really runs Earth. It's not God. It's not the creator. It's a greedy chimpanzee. He needs to have all the women, literally, and the only nice body, or he can't relax. Right? So that's why it sucks. That's why it's like, why is the economy broken? Why is there a deficit? Because they made the money printed at your debt. How are you going to pay off something printed on at your debt with a tax on that thing? It's literally impossible. These are people who give anorexics laxatives, and that's just so their dick looks bigger. That's really what it is, you know. And most people, they think it's like they're not supposed to say that. All the people you think of as famous online are either bots or paid. I know where to pay them. They've asked me for money before. They see what I do and they invite me in a room and they go, "Look, here's your account numbers." And all of a sudden my account numbers are high as shit. I have all these likes, all these views. And then they stop it and they go, "We want this gift from you. We want something from you for this." And that's their secret. That's everybody's secret. Lady Gaga, Justin Timberlake, Britney Spears. The people who do it right, fake fame, they pay in, and then they'll collect a fee for concerts. So they fake being famous and hot. And so all the losers who can't tell show up and give them a fee to see them. And then that's like Mount Bullshit, right? So PhD piled higher and deeper. You know why you go to school? It's because you don't know anything. You go to school because the assumption with school is if you didn't go, you would be dumb, right? So sucks. People like me, holographic speed painters, are unwilling to breed or work for you. I'm not willing to do anything in support of this system in this way. It sucks too fucking bad. So